Rusame reader, Crow Song! And today I will be reading to you from Take 2 by Miriorite. Now, on to Chapter 20, On a Date. America arrived at the mall early, with his usual outfit bundled in sunglasses and a mask. He had snuck out to the mall to hang out with someone despite his manager telling him repeatedly not to hang out with anyone. Of course, he ignored it and went anyways. He felt giddy and restless. Most people would use the term butterfly in your stomach. A smile crept on his face. He tries to keep a low profile, so he just stood outside the entrance near some crowds. Soon, a tall, imposing figure appeared in his line of sight. America rushed up and waved at him. "Hey!" Russia turned his head to see America running up to him. "Let's go inside. I waited for you quite a while, you know?" America smiled. His facial features were covered by the sunglasses and mask, but the Russian could just feel his expressions without having to see it for himself. "Looks like a date, if you ask me. Anyways, where do you want to go first?" "I want to go watch our movie in the theaters first." They walked together. Side by side, America reached Russia's chin in terms of height. It was not that the American was short, but rather, the Russian was very tall. Russia started walking faster. He felt so flustered, his walking became all stiff and messed up. "Don't walk too fast. It's such a coincidence that both of us didn't show up on screening of the movie before its release." America caught up, but Russia kept speeding up, so the American reached out and clasped his hand. The taller male was shocked stiff. He stopped moving for a split second before jerking his hand away from his grasp. "Hey, I told you not to walk too fast. You seem and act like you don't know me. But I know you do. After all, you showed up when I invited you here today, right?" Russia blurted out, "No, I don't hate you, He hurriedly caught himself before he said anything more. America smiled again and led him by the hand towards the places he wanted to go. This time, Russia didn't jerk his hand away from his grasp. They first went to the cinema to watch their movie. They sat side by side in that dark space. Both of them quietly watched the movie. Well, to be specific, America was, but Russia wasn't. He seemed to be in deep thought and occasionally glances at the male next to him, from time to time. At one point in the movie, Russia felt his shoulder get heavier and saw America peacefully sleeping there. He was afraid of making large movements, so he kept still throughout the entire movie, though he never paid any attention to the movie itself. When it ended, he lightly shook the American away. "Oh, sorry, I must have fell asleep. I stayed up quite late last night and probably didn't get enough sleep." "It's fine." Soon the Russian continued. "Have you eaten yet?" The American patted his stomach and replied, "I haven't eaten since yesterday. I was in a rush this morning to get to my photo shoot because I overslept." The Russian's face showed concern. "What did you do last night? You should take care of your body." America yawned. "I met up with someone last night. It's no biggie. Don't worry about me." America noticed the hostility in the Russian's expression. The hand gripping his shoulder also tightened significantly. America winced a little from the pain. Only then did Russia relax his grip. "I met up with my brother last night. Apparently, my sister wants me to come to her school event with her. So he went and met with me directly. Ah, is that so? His gaze softened and reverted back to being impassive. America's lips curled into a smile. He sensed the Russian's slight uneasiness. Let's walk around the mall and get something to eat, okay? The Russian agreed. They left the dark cinema. The lights blinded the two of them, and they both needed a few seconds to adjust. They walked together as they did. They walked past a claw machine. That perked up the American's interest. The little dragon doll is really cute. I want to try and win it. He pointed at the machine with shining eyes filled with innocent desire. He slid in a coin and maneuvered the claw around. America tried it a few times, but to no avail. I should have expected this. My luck is pretty shitty when it comes to carnival and arcade games. The shorter male pouted and sighed. Well, that's too bad. I really wanted it a lot. I can try. Russia walked past him and slid a coin in as well. He tried a few times, but also did not reveal any results. Well, looks like we both suck at this. America laughed wholeheartedly, while Russia stared intensely at him. Russia lowered his head a little and spoke. I promise I'll get it for you one day. America was a little stunned that someone would actually be devoted enough to something he wanted for fun. America cupped his cheeks in his hands. The taller male felt the warmth envelop the sides of his face. He lifted his head and saw the American smiling innocently at him. Okay then, I'll be waiting. Russia heard loud banging coming from his chest. He placed his own hands on the American's hands that rested on his face. Let's get something to eat, okay? I'm starving here. The Russian let his defenses down and leaned his face further into the other's hands. He could feel the gentle warmth climbing up his face, but he didn't care. He just wanted to treasure the small moments like these as much as he could. They walked around the mall once again, only this time they walked hand in hand. Let's try this restaurant. I heard it's really nice and not too pricey. Do you have any other suggestions? Russia smiled. It caught America off guard because it was such a soft and genuine smile compared to the impassive expressions he usually had. I'm fine with anywhere you pick. The shorter male smiled and led him inside. The lady at the front desk greeted them. Hello, welcome. A table for two? Yes, just two. Russia spoke before America could. We have a special promo for couples in this month. Would you like to apply for it? She pointed at the menu with the discounted prices. This time, America blurted out before Russia could reply. Yes, please. Thanks for the trouble. The Russian's eyes widened slightly as he stared at the male next to him. They were led to a table and sat down, skimming over the menu. Why did you say that? The Russian fiddled with his menu. Oh, there would be a discount, right? So we may as well save money while we're at it. America thought nothing of his words and continued to recommend food for the Russian to try. A couple, huh? Russia thought and smiled to himself. After they ordered their food, they heard two women walk past their table, chatting idly. Their voices were quite familiar to the two of them. Japan, is that you? America stopped the lady right as they almost completely walked past their table. The lady wore a mask and practical clothes. Her black eyes widened. America? What a coincidence to be meeting you here. She hugged him in a friendly manner. The lady next to Japan also exclaimed, "Ah, America, I didn't expect us to meet here as well." She smiled happily. The lady next to Japan with the green eyes is the second best star, right behind America. We meet again. America nodded in acknowledgement. Russia also greeted them. Hello, Japan, he said very simply. Hello, you're Russia. We meet again. Anyways, I don't want to keep you here for long. Enjoy your meals, and we'll enjoy ours. She waved goodbye to them. The green-eyed lady followed suit and waved goodbye as well. The two ladies sat at the table right behind them. When their food came, America could hardly contain his hunger. He hadn't eaten since yesterday and was starving like a wolf. Of course, this was not overlooked by the Russian. He purposefully rearranged the sweet dishes to be closer to the American. The savory ones were placed near the middle and closer to the taller male. America and Russia both opened their masks to start digging in. Russia was not nearly as hungry as America was, which was given considering America hadn't eaten the whole day. As America ate, Russia ate a little slower, just enough time to stare at the other as they were preoccupied. Russia's mind kept wandering back to when Japan hugged America. It was not that he started to dislike Japan for doing that, but rather he couldn't help but feel dreadfully envious of America's close friends, who could be around him more often and hug him without a second thought. Meanwhile, Russia felt like all of them were on a different level than he was. His past was a prime factor that gave birth to the taller male's inferiority complex and other issues. The warmth America gave him, he would treasure every second of it because he didn't receive it as much as the other. Sure, he went to America's concert and went to his apartment, but that's it. All his other friends had the luxury of taking initiative, putting their arm around his shoulders. On the other hand, all Russia could do was wait for America to take initiative, scared that he would frighten the other way if he tried. Those moments were more valuable to him than anything else the world could offer him. But these moments that he did not receive often felt like nothing to everyone else. They who received it most would find it worthless, unlike Russia. That's why he's so envious, so incomparably envious. While Russia was in deep thought, a loud shriek could be heard near them, which snapped him out of his thoughts completely. Oh my God, it's really them! Look, there's America and Japan! Quick, let's take photos! A high school girl fumbled around for her phone. Her loud remark caught the attention of many people around them. The 4 stars didn't notice, but the restaurant gradually got very crowded. Because the person on security cameras noticed their extremely good looks and recognized them. Like any person would, they posted about it on social media, catching the attention of many people. Russia's eyes narrowed in hostility at the crowd of people who disrupted his meal. America grabbed Russia's arm. Let's make a run for it! He grinned mischievously. Russia fumbled around for money and slammed it on the table to cover the bill. America hurriedly pulled him away and ran together to escape the crowd before they could snap photos of them. He saw Japan and the green-eyed lady come up behind them. The crowd of people, of course, followed in pursuit. Japan clicked her tongue in annoyance. Damn, these people are really persistent. They ran together until Japan's pair got separated from them. America still clutched Russia's hand tightly as they escaped. They took a sharp turn. America noticed an empty room and shoved Russia inside before entering as well himself. He slammed the door shut, enveloping the room in darkness. Russia was still going to protest, but America pressed a hand over his mouth to keep him quiet. Amidst the silence, they heard the horde of rumbling footsteps run past them for a few mutterings of things. Damn, where did they go? Let's keep searching. There were still people lingering around the area, waiting for them just in case they would pass this area again. America retracted the hand that was covering the taller male's mouth. He said in a very quiet voice, "We can speak, but not too loudly. We should wait until they leave." Russia also spoke in a quiet voice. "Okay, but why did we run?" "I just don't like dealing with fans on my day off. Where are we anyway?" "I just shoved us into the closest room I could find." Only then did the two notice that the room was very, very small. It hardly had enough space for both of them, to the point where they could feel each other's breathing pressing against each other. The smell of soap leaked through. "I think this is a cleaning supply closet." Russia struggled to mutter out what he needed to say due to the amount of physical contact between them. He was flustered. His eyes were swirling and his face was bright red. Luckily, the room was dark enough so that it wasn't noticeable. "Ah, I see. Anyways, can you move your leg? It's in between mine and it's very uncomfortable," America said casually, and wanted to cross his arms, but the small space gave him no room to do so. The taller male couldn't think as his face bursted with heat. Russia silently prayed that America couldn't hear his hammering heartbeat. "Oh, wait, I think they left already." America opened the door, and the two of them tumbled out with disheveled clothes and hair. America scanned the surrounding area, while the other was just in a trance. "All right, I think the coast is clear. Unfortunately, I don't think we can hang out more today, since people already know we're here." Russia snapped out of it and seemed a little sad about it. "Okay. Let's hang out again some other time, okay? Maybe we can go out in a few weeks. My schedule should be completely empty by that time." "Mm-hmm," he silently agreed. America rubbed his forehead. "Ah, man, my manager's gonna yell at me again after this because I came here despite her saying I shouldn't." He continued, "I was planning on keeping it secret, but those people already got a few pictures of us. It's totally gonna blow up, and she's gonna find out." Russia spoke. "If I could, I wouldn't let her yell at you." "Wow, look at you, Mr. Smooth Talker. Anyways, we should leave now before they come back." And so they did. Russia was a little sad, but he knew that at least he would be able to go out with him again in a few weeks. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to. And that's the end of this chapter. I hope you enjoyed it. In the author's note, this was noted as the calm before the storm. But That being said, I would like to invite you to join the Discord server, which is linked down in the description below. That being said, I hope you have a nice rest of your day, night, or whatever it is for you. Just enjoy your time. And I will see you tomorrow.